Hello my friends and welcome to another Tuesday of tutorial. I am Leonardo Perez Nieto and today we will paint a winter landscape with acrylics. To begin, I tone the surface. I usually give it a tone either with a neutral color or with the main color of the painting. In this case, a blue. We can do this completely flat and even, or we can give it some changes of value, thinking of the look of the finished piece. For example, the lower corners will be darker. I added a slow drying medium so that I have more time to blend. Here we have some mountains at the distance, and since it is a little bit foggy, it will not be very clear. And down here, a bright reflection on the water. Now we should paint a closer by land, and therefore of a more intense color, with some trees. Pine trees mainly. We do the trunk first, and from there, the branches with leaves. Very rapidly, very sketchy. Good. And some more over here. And let's also paint some grass or foliage, so that this area is not cut sharply against the background. And you know, I realized that I want the sky darker, so I give it another layer to it. But truly, I should have done this before painting the trees, because I lost them a little bit. But that's okay, I can come back and paint over them again as needed. Now we will create the reflection, the light reflection on the water that I mentioned earlier, and which is a little bit tricky to blend smoothly with acrylics since they dry so fast, even with the slow drying medium. I recommend to have your colors ready so you don't lose any time mixing at this point. And also, once it is dry like here, we can sort of smudge by using a dry brush technique. I just laid a brush parallel to the board to find the place where the shine of the moon should be. And let's do it a little bit bigger. Alright, now let's add the snow. We will dab it on the branches that we already have, obviously. On one tree, and the next, and the next. And then with a bigger brush on the ground as well. I'm using Arteza acrylic paints. The list with all the materials for this painting is in the description below the video. This is really fun. Of course, I thought of doing this painting a week before Christmas, just in case you wanted to paint something like this at this time. We render the clouds with little paint over a dry surface, and then we do some reflections on the water, like so. Very good. And we can also, if you want, add some waves or ripples. First we added the dark reflections, and now on top of them we add the reflection of the snow. Alright, and we smudge it a little bit, so it looks more natural. And to end, the last touch will be the falling snow. Please let me know what do you think about this. It's ready. And also, in the comments, please write me what else would you like me to do for you. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like. Subscribe to Fine Art Tips if you haven't done so already, and click on the little bell to get notifications of new videos. And I will see you in the next tutorial on the 24th of December. Have a nice week.